start with meteorologist Tim Williams. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, everyone. You're waking up to some dangerously cold temperatures. Today is a WJZ First Alert Weather Day, much like it will be tomorrow and into Thursday. And then we'll start to see some ease in these temperatures. But for right now, dangerously cold Arctic air has settled over us, and it's going to be with us along with the winds that will create these feels-like temperatures that you're seeing here. Feels like -2 in Parkton and in Westminster, also in Rising Sun. Feels like 0 in Owings Mills and in Bel Air. Feels like 3 degrees over toward Aberdeen, 4 in Essex and in Rock Hall, 2 at BWI Marshall, -1 in Columbia, and only single digits, 5 degrees over on the Eastern Shore in Denton and 3 in Easton. Today, because of the dangerous cold, we are going to be looking at a First Alert Weather Day. Again, coldest air we've seen in years has settled in over us. It has arrived and will be with us right on through Thursday. Highs in the teens and low 20s, but the wind chills, as you've seen, plunging down to 0 and minus numbers as we get into the next few overnights. So right now, this is what you need to plan for if you're going out throughout the day, hour by hour. 12 degrees, feeling like 3 by 7 o'clock, 19 feeling like 11 by noon, and then coming home from work or school, 20 degrees, feeling like 13 around 5 p.m. These temperatures also create some slick spots on the road that you'll have to account for if you're going to be driving or walking. Angela Foster, how are the roads with First Alert traffic? Well, we're taking a look at our WJZ Outback camera. It is definitely a cold one. You can see that really the ground is still a little covered, and the temperature now has dropped, as we always do, right before sunrise. This is the longest portion of the overnight. So 12 degrees is what it feels like. Well, actually, 12 degrees is the actual temperature. What it feels like is even colder. So there you have it. The 12-degree temperature is what we're dealing with. The ground is cold. It is saturated with snow and ice. There's just a complete covering of just slick surfaces out there. Be very careful when you go out and around. We're looking at dangerous cold. The bitter blast with these numbing winds are going to be with us. And again, slick surfaces, anything that gets any type of melting under the sun throughout the day is going to freeze very quickly when these winds start to blow. And these winds, well, they're not really even very strong, not very blustery. West wind at 7 miles per hour, though, is what it feels like out there, is what it's making feel like 2 degrees. 12 degrees is the actual temperature. So feels like 2, the actual temperature is 12. You can deduct about 10 degrees from the actual temperature all day long. Here are those winds. Very dry, cold Arctic air just settle in over us. High pressure is bringing us drier conditions. That high will ease a little bit this afternoon. It's going to allow for a very weak disturbance to move across the area, potentially bringing us some light snow flurries. Not expecting any accumulation, but again, with these winds, anything that's out there, any moisture out there riding these winds is just going to blow across the area. So maybe a flurry or two, light snow shower, and then it just kind of goes away. But if it does hit the ground is cold and it's going to be frozen, we're looking again at potential slick spots. So this is what you need to dress for today. Looking ahead, 3 degrees by 8 o'clock, 11 degrees by noon, 13 degrees by 4, 14 degrees by 6. This is as the day plays out. We're really not going to ever feel like the actual temperatures. And as you get into the day, Baltimore County, well, your temperatures do get up to about 20 degrees, 20 in Cockeysville and in Parkville, 18 in West Liberty, 19 in Owings Mills. But again, deduct that 10 degrees. And then Anne Arundel County, 20 is what it will be in Crownsville and in Crofton, also in Odenton, 21 in Shadyside. Deduct 10 degrees. So light snow flurries potentially moving across the area. Still very dry out there, but these winds will push them right across. It's not really going to be anything that we have to focus on. Our next chance of any real precipitation comes Monday, and that will be in the form of rain. By then, our temperatures will have rebounded. We'll be over the 30 range. We'll be actually in the 40s heading into the weekend. But let's talk about today. 21 degrees. Chance of flurries, feeling like 5 to 15 degrees, 7 degrees. Tonight, feeling more like -5 to -15. Brutally cold. Bundle up. Well, we've been talking about these dangerously cold temperatures, and they are dangerous. Takes no time at all, if you're outside with exposed skin, to start to feel the problems that this cold can bring. So we're talking about 21 degrees, but again, what we've been saying really as an average, you can deduct from the numbers, if you're looking at the numbers, deduct about 10 degrees from the actual temperature throughout any point of the day. Winds are going to be sustained at about 8 to 10 miles per hour at times. Northwest wind at 8 miles per hour makes that 21 feel more like 5 to 15 degrees. And then tonight, look at how brutally cold it gets. 7 degrees is the forecast low, but it will feel more like -5 to -15. Now, that's only with a wind from the west at just about 8 miles per hour. We'll have another day much like this tomorrow. Temperatures will actually be a little bit colder. We'll start to get some relief as we head into the end of the week.